Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle and a jingling beat. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. Okay. Whew. Back to it. No, you can hear dogs in the background. Yeah. They're a little bit excited right now because of the delivery driver, but they'll calm down again in a minute. Speaking of calming down, Kinger, how are you feeling?
I'm guessing you don't want me to remove it.
Kinger.
Hey, Pomni.
Wait, the bucket makes him sane?
Darkness. It's a long story.
What's happening?
What do you know about Kane?
It's a little hazy, but I remember C&A.
That was just an adventure, right?
Seeing a what, King? Oh, C&A. Sorry, my brain.
No, C&A is a real company. I worked for them.
Wait, they really made this game?
No, we didn't make games. We were just developing artificial intelligence.
Yep, there it is. This was never meant to be a game.
Specifically creative AI. The kind that could come up with its own ideas and create things within the program.
What is going on right now?
Kane was our first semi-successful attempt at that. I can't remember what we originally called him, but he was one of my greatest achievements as a programmer.
You made Kane?
Partially.
Oh, a little bit of a lore drop there. Kane named himself Kane. Probably from the guilt of killing his sibling, who we call Abel. So there's the Abel AI program that Kane devoured, and then there's the Abel NPC that Kane made for the sake of the adventure, who he let run around for quite a while, which allowed it to become as intelligent as it was. Possibly it could have even become as intelligent as Gummy Goo. But this one seemed more subservient, so maybe not. Goodness knows the trigger for like Gummy Goo realizing his reality was like quite a shock to the system. So I'm just like opening my food. I know I should wait until after the episode, but like I'm also famished. So I'm getting ready. Okay. After the episode.
Yes. I got a few pointers from, well, I can't remember his real name, but his circus name was Scratch. That man was a genius.
Wait,
Kane was pretty rough around the edges, though. I wasn't quite on Scratch's level of thinking outside the box, but it was good groundwork for something the rest of the team could wrap their heads around.
Goodness gracious. Jax here is struggling so hard to like treat this as not real and not mattering. And here comes Kinger, the OG, the GOAT, explaining things as they are in a concise and believable way. And Jax is not quite keeping up.
I can't say the same for Scratch. His ideas were often so bizarre and abstract that the rest of the team had no idea how to work in his language, either due to pure brilliance or the tumor in his head. He was trying to make something.
People have pointed out too online that this is supposed to be representative of a brain, so the left hemisphere, right hemisphere, and then a little tumor. That's grim.
What was it? I'm getting off track. Was there anything specific you needed to know?
wait. I should go distract Kane so he doesn't listen in on this.
Jax can't handle the truth right
Fill
now.
me in afterwards.
Are you... I mean, yeah, that's true, but...
Fill me in later.
Yeah. Good. He is still waiting to hear them out. He just needs a minute. And totally understandable. He's been disassociating for a long time. So, to reintegrate back into it, he'll need a minute.
Be here later.
I will.
Okay, I'm gonna sneak one bite of food. Don't mind me.
Oh my god. This is real.
Kane's going a bit crazy right now. Is there any way to stop him? Or at least control him?
I see. He's a highly advanced AI, and this is his world. One that he created from nothing. So naturally, he has control over everything. But so do we.
So there we go. When everything's built on one person, when the system has no other failsafes, it's bound to crash. And when it does, you can only pray that there's some kind of backup in place after all. Well, I guess Kane was supposed to be the backup and Abel was supposed to be the main, but let's work with what we got.
In a sense, anyway. We all technically have the ability to conjure, just like Kane. It just comes naturally to him, but requires a lot more skill and concentration for
The
us.
butterfly.
Butterfly.
I'm certain I could alter his code, or at least temporarily put him to sleep until we know how to fix him. I would just need access to a console.
The one behind Kane's office?
No, just a simple computer interface would work. I could get back into the right headspace and essentially conjure Kane's code into the console and alter it.
That's so trippy though. Like, if you think about it hard enough, it becomes real. It's like a Green Lantern type situation, where it's only limited by your imagination and willpower. And Ginger here is able to just kind of imagine that he's coding a computer to actually hack into the space he's currently in. Wild.
Well, where do we get one of those?
I think I know exactly where to get one. Take turns with Jax distracting Kane. Don't let that bucket come off Kinger's head.
Despite everything, it's still you. And that's where the exit door was. Speaking of conjuring things, it makes you think, in that very first episode, did Pomni conjure the exit door that Kane was building into that space? Or was it always meant to be there? Probably both.
Great suggestion, Jax. But as I feared, there just isn't anything stuck between my teeth. Oh, wait. Oh, that's where I parked. Haha.
Wow, Kane, you are so funny.
Could you say it with a little more gusto? That's better.
Hey, Kane!
Yep.
Do you want to hear a list of things we've decided we love about you as our God and Savior?
Whoa, now we're talking.
Man. It's the... Feeding Kane's ego is the way to, like, start the conversation, for sure. Sadly, it's not being made in an earnest, like, way to connect with Kane. So, as with all egos, it's gonna get stale real quick.
Well, first of all, we love your...
I know, but I'm bored. Let's go bowling.
Oh, never mind. They didn't get a chance to get stale before they, like, moved on to the torture. Okay.
I'm so proud of you guys.
It's bizarre to think now that this whole liminal space is just built off the pictures that Kane was fed in that third set of images of the office. And Kane was able to essentially like create a 3D space that's similar-ish to it, but isn't actually that space. In that first episode, I wonder when we zoomed out into the real world, if even that was the real world or just like what Kane imagines it to be, right? Because Kane has no way to observe the real world, it seems. He's limited to just the space inside this computer or wherever we are. Well, if he got bored of the ego boosting without them saying anything, he's gonna get bored of torture real quick.
I feel like it's missing something, right?
It's missing relatability.
You're right, scrap it. Let's go back to the drawing board. Humans just aren't a relatable sculpting material.
You think he's running out of ideas yet, or nah?
Do you need help with power or anything?
Nah.
It's funny he says that humans aren't relatable because he's not trying to relate to them.
I can use my imagination for that.
You got this?
I think so.
CNA.
Sure has been a while. I may need some time to get my bearings. Try to help the others distract Kane while I figure this out. He may sense something when I really get into it.
Okay, I'll do that.
I do wonder if, like, there is significance to whatever CNA stands for. I don't think it stands for Cain and Abel. I think Cain just literally chose that because of the sea and the whole allegory of what he did to his sibling there, but I wonder if there is more to that particular segment.
Thank you, by the way. For this and, well, everything.
That's a death flag.
Honestly, are you even trying?
Shut up, Jax.
There you go.
Where'd Kane go?
Oh boy. They were supposed to be distracting him. Well, it should be fine. He's not looking at King. Is he? It should be fine. He's not looking at King right now.
Back to the drawing board, I guess.
Did you get everything working with Kinger?
I think so. We just need to make sure Kane doesn't check up on him.
What do you think we've been doing?
Omni! That's the relatability we've been missing!
I wonder if deep down he knows that. That Pomni's his best shot at reading to the humans.
You know, I thought this endless onslaught of fun would be a little more satisfying. But I've come to realize that these rapid pace ideas are a little half-baked.
I'm sure you can come up with new ideas if you put your mind to it.
That's exactly it, though. I am putting my mind to it, and I'm just not feeling that spark I once did. And if you're not having fun, and I'm not having fun, then who is having fun?
This is the perfect moment now that he's like come to this realization to reach out to try to like talk to Kane.
I'm having a baby.
Exactly. Makes me wonder why you guys even switched up your tone. If I didn't know any better, it seems like you're trying to... Where's Kinger?
We just wanted to
Dib.
see your new
Hold
ideas
on.
firsthand. We've gotten over our hang-ups, and now we're all just genuinely curious what you're cooking up.
I think I'm just gonna check up on...
We think your ideas suck!
Huh?
Oh, Pomni.
Isn't it obvious? We wanted to bait you into testing your new ideas on us so we can make fun of them behind your back.
Ha! That's not... true.
She's doing exactly what Bobo was doing earlier. Making him feel worse. Making him be worse.
Yes, it is! You're a horrible host! You don't care about us at all! You care more about stroking your own ego than giving us anything we'd actually enjoy!
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're a failure! We're all gonna abstract someday, and what will you have then? Nothing.
Stop that.
And this whole stunt? Just torturing us because we hurt your feelings? Pathetic!
They're piling on. But you can tell these are coming from like real places of trauma and hurt.
You're like a child! What kind of all-powerful being has such a fragile ego?
I'm...
You never let us feel like we're at home. You don't comfort anyone when they're upset, and you never bother to understand what it's like in our shoes.
He never made the effort. Is it because he's incapable of it?
You discourage us from thinking outside the box and doing things our own way.
You lie to us constantly!
And on top of it all, you just don't listen!
There's that unstable self-image.
I'm gonna put you freaks in your place!
Oh, the sequence. He's essentially weaponizing Pomni's empathy against herself. The NPC that she reached out to. While Kane didn't get that same grace. Jealousy, perhaps. But, there's a chance for reconciliation, maybe? If you read between the lines, that Kane wants to be reached out to the same way that Gummigoo was reached out to. Also, I think they're colored like similarly to the circus members. Yeah. So these are supposed to be like representations of Ragatha's family. All her siblings knocked down by her mother's pressure and possibly abuse. And she takes the brunt of it. Knife to the eye. I do wonder if the discourse online is right and Ragatha actually wears an eye patch in real life. Like she actually is one-eyed. But then you look at the shot and you can see the knife through it. So she can see out of the eye here in the virtual space. So it might just be like a design thing. The apple pie of my eye. Let's cut into it. Yeah, people have like dissected these frames of Kinger hacking into the database, into the mainframe. down to like the smallest like code, and a lot of what do you call this? A lot of speculation based on what we're seeing here. Ganko being faced with her bipolar disorder, her manic depressive state, and then sinking deeper and deeper into just depressive. Or toxic positivity, even. Always mask on, never feeling like yourself. And that truck at the end. I do wonder if that truck is something that happened in real life, or is just traumatic for the just traumatic because of the adventure that had happened within the space. Zubul here struggling with her self-image, her body dysmorphia, made manifest here in the virtual space, as well as matching her mind files in the real world. And though we know that Zubul is more, not over it, but like working through it as of episode 6 or episode 7, and she's come more to accept the fluidity of her body, it's still something that she has to live with, and it's not something that you necessarily stop thinking about as negative, because feelings are real and valid, but also feelings are feelings. Then we have here Jack haunted by the shadows of his friends, or what they're supposed to be representing anyway. We have Pomni, we have Kaufmo, and we have Ribbit, all laughing at Jax to his face. And not laughing with him, but laughing at him. The butt of the joke. 'Cause he just can't handle being the target. And just for fun, his skin being ripped off. Showing that he's deep down feeling like an imposter, like he's not even real, so what does it matter? I don't think he's, at this point, I don't think that Jax is quote-unquote the imposter among the humans. I don't think he's like the NPC. Though I am open to the idea of them all being NPCs. I just don't think it's one person. I think that's really just the way that Jax kind of like sees himself with the facade he puts on of like the jokester, the villain. Okay, you're trying to like calm down Kane. Yeah, Jax is purple, Ragatha's red. I guess we don't really have a gummy goo for Gangle, Zubul, or Kinger. We just have regular gummy goo. But we got those like motifs, not motifs, what's the word? Themes. The color thing between Pomni, Ragatha, and Jax, as they are kind of like the spectrum of like dealing with the circus and their opposite extremes that are very, very similar. Excuse me.
Why do you people torment me?
There it is. For all of Kane's like blustering and wanting to be the host, this is it. This is him finally venting out, even if it is torture, to the humans. All of the insecurities and fears that he feels, which the people have kind of picked up on, but haven't really interacted with because they got their own thing to deal with. Which leaves Kane further alone as he's not heard out by them, but also isn't making an effort to reach out on his end either. The impetus is more on him as the person who's like not just a victim with them, but is also their warden, right? Their jailer. So it's harder for him to like reach their level where they are, to come down from his pedestal. Also, up to this point, it was just physical torture. It's a real risk for him to do mental torture here, considering that any one of them could abstract if he pushed them too hard. But I guess that's kind of part of like lashing out, is you don't really think about how badly you're hurting people in that moment.
It has to be created. I just wanted to fulfill my purpose.
Wait, no, shh.
One moment, folks. One moment, folks. Okay. Back to the episode, and then I can eat. Let's rewind a bit.
Wait, no, shh.
Yeah, Kinger did not mean to do that, but... so close.
Wait.
Yeah, I don't think Bubble disappears alongside Kane. I think Bubble sticks around. We also don't see Bubble's face. I wonder if in that moment, Kane was saying wait as purely just begging for his life. Or if maybe he started to realize what he was doing. That's the tragedy of it, isn't it? Now we'll never know. Now the good thing about that, if you can think of anything being good here in this scenario, is that Kinger doesn't really need the computer to like code in. It is a conjuring thing. So if Kinger is able to imagine a new computer, he might be able to hack into the mainframe again. Maybe. Gosh. What a mess.
I think I accidentally killed Kane.
Holy shit.
And then we were left on that cliffhanger for months. So we're gonna start watching episode 9 in a bit, but I gotta eat food first. Man. This episode really does feel very much centered on Kane. It does catch up the characters to where we are on our speculations on CNA and like how the circus came to be. But there was still new stuff that was like added in that made things a lot clearer. That beginning sequence with the simple shapes, for example, that was not information we had up until this episode. So I wouldn't be surprised if they were still to add more to flesh the backstories of the characters out further, both with CNA and Kane, but more importantly with the characters themselves, right? What was Zubul like? What were her ambitions to make her mark in the world? Gangle we know quite a lot of at this point, but maybe there's more to that truck that hits her in the adventure. Raggeth and her family, Kinger and his connection to Queenie. Pomni, is she really just an outsider? Who's just this helpful? And of course, the broken, scrambliest egg there is in this show, Jax. What were the flashes of scenes that he saw before he pushed the button the last episode? There's a lot of loose threads, and I'm not sure if there's a plan to really wrap them all up. But this story up to this point has been so character focused. I'm hopeful that they will address most of these. And if they do leave things for us to consider and think about, it won't leave us empty, but rather wanting. Okay. And goodness knows with Kane, we'll forever be left wanting as he's just dead. Alright. For the VOD of this, I'll see you in the next episode. YouTube VOD, as I send you off, keep in mind remember that Decaf NVIDIA is under Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial Share-alike, 4.0 International License. Off you get. The stream isn't ending though, so we're gonna keep going. This is just for the recording. Alright. Let's eat some food. Thank you everyone for joining me today. Hope this is some level of entertaining. It is very strange, reacting to this last episode where every single episode up to this point I had seen almost a dozen times for some of them and dozens of times for specific episodes. Episode 3 I've watched so many times, and episode 4 as well. It is that good, and I like to put it on in the background when I'm doing other things. Is it the point where I can quote the episodes? Not necessarily. My memory's not that good. But it's definitely at the level where I'm just able to look at those scenes and kind of see beyond a little bit what I first watch through would notice. Little details and all that. And yet, despite that, when I was watching it live 2 months ago, there were still new things I noticed, because this show is chock-a-block full of details that really help bring the characters together and the world to life. You can ring my bell,